Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Success Builders. Today we have with us Neil Baboolal. How are you doing, Neil?
I'm wonderful, Ricardo. Couldn't be better.
Awesome. Awesome to hear. And where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from the Caribbean, Trinidad, and my name is Neil Baboolal, and thank you so much for having me on your podcast this
It's an absolute
afternoon,
pleasure. It's an absolute
Ricardo.
pleasure having you. So,
Thank you.
I understand that you've started a new venture about 5 months ago. So, I'd love for you to tell the audience about it and how you came to start that venture. Like, what events happened in your life that led you to that stage. So, I'll open up the floor to you and you can just tell us about it.
Okay, well, just a little bit about myself. I'm Neil Baboolal. I'm the last of four siblings, and my parents. I grew up with my parents in business. They are brick and mortar owners. They respectfully had their own businesses. So I gravitated towards eventually being in brick and mortar my own self. I am operating and owned a brick and mortar for the over 25 years. But I'm a person that always looks for new ventures. I'm always in the search for something more, something to keep my interest. And, I'm a lifelong learner, always reading business magazines and the latest on, for example, the New York Journal or the Wall Street Journal. So um, my wife and I are avid dog lovers. So we were looking for opportunities, and when the opportunity arose, we chose going on the e-commerce platform, and we said we would have started on Amazon. So upon coming up with that idea, we played around with a lot of brainstorm, a lot of ideas, and after starting with a lot of ideas and minusing a lot, we came up with, okay, we love dogs, so why not do something in the dog space? So here we went. We said, okay, we will go in the pet supplies play space, and there we that idea came, and we launched our first product about 5 months ago. So that is where it all started. And I enjoy what I do. I'm passionate in what I do, and business is it's like I will say, it's my thing. It just comes natural. I love serving people. I love dealing with suppliers and customers and dealing with any issues. The road is not always smooth. It's a little bit bumpy, but the journey is amazing. I love it.
That's so cool. And I really like what you said about being a lifelong learner because I'm also a lifelong learner. I think one
Yes.
of the things that excites me the most is learning about new technologies like AI and robotics and all that kind of stuff. It's just truly amazing. And I think in the next 10 years, or even the next 5 years, our society is going to shift to be something completely new that we never even imagined. Um,
Yes.
the the rate of change that's happening now is just really insane. It's just crazy. And but I actually like the fact that you're doing something, a simple product that can't really be taken over by AI or anything because um, you know um, all you're doing is basically selling a product that is going to fit a market and has demand, and AI can't take that away from you. You you only
No.
can use AI to further enhance the marketing of it and make your business more successful and actually even grow your business without even hiring additional staff. So your business is actually quite a bit of a safe bet in some senses. So, how many products do you currently have?
Well, I started with one. I started with a pet travel mat. It's a convenient mat that dog moms and dog lovers enjoy. You know, in the US and Canada, they love pets. It's a big market.
Yeah, it is huge.
So, some travel with a dog via going from city to city or even on road trips and all these, even going to the park. Like recently, I was in Central Park in New York. So, and I went out there in the morning just to see, and meet dog owners and dog lovers like myself, my wife and I. So they are big fans of dogs and even cats too. So that's where the product is. Because we spend a lot of money like with medication and vets. So when someone carries their dog outdoors, camping, hiking, they will need a mat because they have invested so much. They love their dogs. They have invested so much. So the mat provides a comfort for the dog and for the owner, and it's a
Right,
sense
right.
of security and
Yeah.
because yeah.
So where does the mat go? Does it go in the boot or the back seat, or do you fold your seats flat and you put the mat down? How does it work?
Well, it goes everywhere. It's easy to fold. It's very lightweight, very lightweight. It has buckles, so when folded, it's neat. It's like I will put it as a lady's handbag because I also added on a shoulder strap, so it's
Oh, good.
easy
Yeah,
to
yeah.
carry.
Mm,
Yes, so even if let's say you're traveling from New York to LA, and you with you have your pets, you don't need to put it in your hand carry to take up that space. It's on your shoulder. It's
right.
easy to carry, easy to transport, very lightweight, and very durable and fashionable also. Dog moms are loving it. It's new, but they are really loving it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And are some of those features, are they features that your competitors don't have?
Yes, I think some of my competitors don't have like with mine. When I read some of the reviews when I was doing product research, they did not have this, and a lot of reviews was asking customers was asking for shoulder straps because it make it more easy.
Right, right.
Like for example, even going through immigration, it's easy that you have your handbag, your passport, etc. But this dog mat can easily be on your shoulders, so it's very convenient and lightweight for women, and everybody.
Okay,
So
no,
and
that's
it's
awesome.
folded easily. Yes, so it's awesome.
All
It's
right.
awesome.
And your main market, has it been the US and Canada or the other countries as well?
Just the US and Canada for now. Because I'm now started, so just testing the market, and from there we will build. We want to build from strength to strength, and
Yes.
eventually offer new products that what the customer wants. We're all about customer. Customer is very important to us. A satisfied customer, it makes me very much more satisfied. It's
Yes.
not only about selling, but it's about giving value and satisfaction, comfort for the dog, the owner, myself, and it makes everyone happy. So
Oh, that's
that's
fantastic.
that's my philosophy. Yes, it's very important that we are all happy.
Yes. And that is actually so important that you take a customer-centric approach. Now, I know of this finance company that they were developing this new finance platform, and I don't think they consulted anybody. They didn't consult any of their dealers or anything. They just thought that this was the most magical thing that they were going to do. And they were, in the dungeon for like 2 years coding this thing and, getting all ready. They released it. It was a huge flop because it didn't fit the flows of the dealers who would use the package, right? And then they spent all this money and all this time, and their product was a flop because they didn't consult the customer. So your passion for being customer first is absolutely key. That's number one. So well done on that. That's really cool.
Yes. Customers is king.
Yeah.
They- yes, they are the kings.
And how are you currently marketing?
Well, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and my listing is even do a lot of PPC on Amazon because it is directly on Amazon. So the market for Amazon is very large in the US, and it's expected to continue to expand
Yeah.
both local in the US, Canada, and international. So Amazon, we can say it's a safe bet. It's a growing market.
Okay. So when you say PPC,
Yes.
that's pay per click ads, basically. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's sponsored because you're gonna get in front of the customer,
Yeah, yeah.
because yes, the customer again is very important.
Yeah. So there's a bit of a misconception out there that you can't make money from Amazon anymore because Amazon takes too high margins or it's too saturated. Uh, what is your take on that?
Well, I think Amazon, like you said something earlier, AI. They are bringing in new features with AI that and one perfect example, like it's about just a couple of days for Black Friday here in the US, and it's like some delivery are being delivered within 24 hours. So that's amazing. Normally it will take a couple of days. Now a package can reach in 24 hours, on or before 24 hours. Plus, they have invested a lot in AI with inventory within the warehouses, and even with drivers and all these tracking devices and robotics. So I think it argues well for Amazon. They're doing a wonderful job. The fees may be up, the fees may be a little heavy, but at the end of the day, it's all in the customer's interest and the seller's interest. And I think it will only get better from here.
Okay.
And yes, I think technology will maybe eventually even lower costs going forward, because there's a lot of competition outside of Amazon, as you will know.
Yes, right.
Walmart, Shopify, so I guess everybody's gotta stay competitive somehow,
Yeah, that's
so
actually a very good way of looking at it because Amazon needs to
yes,
remain
yes,
competitive. And
of
it's
course.
not in Amazon's interests to have its user base be unsuccessful. So I think maybe other people who haven't been successful, either they didn't have the right product, they didn't have the right um, market fit, um, or they didn't actually pay-per-click ads to, get known. Because if you just put your product out there and you don't pay for promotion, then no one's going to know about you. And
No.
it's like building a shopping mall in the middle of the desert and there's no roads to you and there's no signs or nothing. No one
Yeah.
knows you're there. You know? You know?
Yeah, yeah. No,
Um,
no, nobody's gonna get to you.
yeah. There's that old adage that they say build it and they will come, but I don't believe that that applies anymore. I think
No, no.
build it, market it, and they will come. So they had to change
Yes,
that adage
yes,
a little
yes,
bit. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yes. The scale is more balanced now and the consumers are more they do a lot more by reading reviews before they make this buying decision.
All
So,
right. Yeah. That's also a
yes,
good point. It's um,
yes, yes,
making sure that you have good reviews for your products. Yeah.
yes,
And
yes.
how did you get reviews in the beginning when you didn't really have any sales? How did you tackle that?
Well, technically, you start with no reviews.
Okay.
Yes, so you start with no reviews, and it's the best way to start because you're on a level footing,
So it's honest.
and
Yeah.
yes, it's honest, and you're hoping that your product, what the customer wanted, that whoever makes that purchase will review it, and well, you're only hoping to that it goes in your favor. But even a bad review may not all be that bad because if all reviews are good, you will not know you will think that your product is perfect, and somewhere down the road it when you hit a stumbling block, or you will be you will get in plenty trouble. So it's simple. So you take the good with the bad, and you know what you need to do going forward. Improvements will always be available. Just like, for example, each iteration of the Apple phone, or it's
Yeah.
improvement. Yes, it's so
Okay.
there's always room for improvement. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. And do you also in parallel to the Amazon shop, do you also have your own website for it as well?
No, I stick with one platform, and I think it's important to focus your energy and your resources on one platform. Get it right first, and learn as you go. As I said, I'm a lifelong learner, so learn as I go. And if the market dictates that I go that route, I will. And if it doesn't, and Amazon is just enough, I stay the course.
That's excellent. I mean,
Yes,
some people
yeah,
get shiny ball syndrome and they're looking at, oh, there's some new thing over here, there's some new thing over there, and then they never get really good at any one particular thing.
no,
Um,
no,
yeah, so like one of a case in point story is uh my brother he used to play games in his younger days, he used to play Counter-Strike. And he would be so dedicated just to become the best at it. And he would just play it for hours every day, over and over again, the same map and the same screen, just shaving off seconds off of his headshots and things like that. So, um, something I couldn't do because I don't like repetitive stuff. I like to explore and see new things. But he had the
Yes,
mindset that he could take one thing and he could just focus and hone in his skills and get the best of that, you know?
yes,
And
yes, yes,
same thing in his future career. He became one of the best VMware engineers in South Africa as well because he was laser focused on his craft as well. So that is a good example of staying true to the cause, and that's really good what you're doing.
yes, yes,
Later on,
yes,
you could always expand. It is a good idea as well to diversify in case something does happen to the Amazon platform and maybe have
yes,
a synchronized store that doesn't really cost you too much in overhead and admin. They can just synchronize the products over to Shopify or something, just so that if
yes.
Amazon ever went down, you can just redirect from your socials to the other stores. That's what might be a good idea, but don't have to do it now, as I said. I mean, you could even do a Facebook shop, I guess, and you know that could be an interim thing you could do as well. Um, which of the socials have you found to be the most effective and the most engaging out of the ones that you're using?
Well, I mostly use Instagram, as I said before. I only focus on Instagram. I I play around a little bit with TikTok because TikTok, as you now said, has their own shop. And I
Oh
think
yeah.
recently, about a week ago, I think Amazon and TikTok signed an agreement to work together. So you can actually, I think, if I remembered correctly, you could sell on TikTok and Amazon will do your fulfillment, will deliver the product to the person who purchases from the TikTok app.
Wow, that's so good.
So
I didn't
so
realize that.
yeah, so I think the next my next wave is gonna definitely be TikTok because I'm looking at like what you said earlier, diversify, stay relevant. If anything happens with one, that you have a choice. You know you don't leave your eggs in one basket. So so TikTok I think is the next wave.
Definitely. Oh, cool.
Definitely.
No, yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. So I think that you've done really well, and we look forward to seeing the other products that you do release in time. And yeah, what I'll do is I'll add all the links to your Amazon stores in the description below, and we'll include your Instagram and any other socials you like, so that our audience can have a look and see what you're doing, and if there's something that they like, they can always purchase from you. So we'll definitely do that for you. Um,
Yes, and I will also leave the link for straight people can head straight over to the Amazon shop.
yeah, perfect. No, that sounds good.
So
Yeah, yeah,
because yes, because the younger people just like one click and
yeah. One click is the
scan
way
a
to go.
barcode and they're with their phones. So
Yeah,
technology is very very important. Yeah, so
yes,
I will
it is.
definitely do that. And one more thing I just want to add, Ricardo, is that my brand name is Jackie and Joe, and I grew up with, as a child, I grew up with two German Shepherds, and their names were actually Jackie and Joe. So I named
Okay, so cool.
it's emotion, it's mixed. They're always in my memory. So in their memory, I named that brand Jackie and Joe. So all that is part of the history and the entrepreneurship and that everything that goes with the brand. So that's a very important for me, very very important.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Dogs, yes, yes.
Yeah. We actually also grew up with two German Shepherds as well. It was Rocky and Misty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coincidental.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
So
So,
that's such a cool story. Hey,
yes.
um, will you leave the audience with some final words or some advice, especially if they're looking to set up their own online business?
Well, you're gonna have the passion. You're gonna have the drive to be an entrepreneur. It's a roller coaster ride. You gotta love what you do and do what you love. And look, the passion is more than the the profits. If that is what you are looking at, profits profits come last. The passion, the hard work, the late nights, the investments, the risk, very risky. You got to be a risk taker. So like even me, I play a lot of poker, so that I'm a very risky guy. So that's just my personality. Not everybody has that risk tolerance. So it's very important. But it's not all that hard. I'm not saying that it's hard, but you got to be able to accept that there are going to be difficult days. There'll be days or even weeks without a sale. So it's not all it's going to just go one, two, three, four. It's just going to be difficult at times, but it's how you get out of the difficult times, how you figure work your way around it. That's important. So it's not difficult, but it's hard work. So I will say, that's important, yes. And dedication and sacrifice.
That's
Very
fantastic
much so.
advice. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, risk,
Yes.
of course. I mean, like if you don't take risks, there's no reward. So,
No.
any entrepreneur will take some sort of level of risk. So, I fully
Yes.
agree with you there. And thanks so much
Yeah. Yeah.
for being on the show with us today. And to our audience, please do check out the links. And
Yes.
remember to always dream big and build bigger. We'll see you next time. Cheers, cheers, everyone.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.